So a couple of weeks ago, I was just sifting through my mail and all of a sudden, one of them just popped up into my face, surprising me and scaring the bejesus out of me. I don't know what bejesus is, but whatever it is, it scared it out of me. Because it was a letter from Hogwarts. I finally got my Hogwarts letter. I became a student wizard of Hogwarts, and you can become too. After several disappointing entries in the wizarding world, I was reluctant to pick up Hogwarts Legacy, but boy am I glad that I did finally, and in this video I'm going to tell you 8 reasons why you should also pick up Hogwarts Legacy. So let's get into it. Before we do though, my name's Afan. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're all doing good. I'm doing good too. And yeah, like I said, we're going to talk about Hogwarts Legacy. It's such an amazing game. It really captivates and immerses the player for several reasons. We're going to talk about just 8 of them in this one. Reason number 1. It's a very faithful representation of the wizarding world. I mean, it's a very richly detailed world, and the game really offers an expansive and open world experience, which is set in the wizarding world of Harry Potter, which we have seen in the movies, and also you would have read it in the books. You'll be completely familiar if you're a fan of Harry Potter with the world that they drop you in. They've got Hogwarts, of course. They've got the Great Hall inside of Hogwarts. Outside, they've got the Forbidden Forest, which you can absolutely visit and see amazing magical creatures. They've got Hogsmeade. They have got all of the lovely shops in there as well. And as a little bonus, you can also own a shop in Hogsmeade yourself if you want. It's totally up to you. And it's all done very beautifully. The environments are rich in lore. Each and every NPC in there has a conversation with each other, and you can just stand there and listen to them. There's always something going on, especially in Hogsmeade. It feels like a lived in a living, breathing world, and that's just brilliant. The second reason I would say that you should definitely pick up this game is it has a very engaging story and quest. I mean, it's set in the 1800s, but it allows the player to experience a fresh and original narrative while connecting with the familiar elements of Wizarding World. Like I said, you'll see a lot of things. You'll hear names that sound familiar, but they're not the same characters that you are familiar with. You'll obviously see houses, 4 beautiful houses, and each house has been given a unique storyline and unique characteristics. I am a Ravenclaw, so I played my first playthrough at least was a Ravenclaw. It was riddled with puzzles. Get it? Because riddle is a puzzle. That's why everybody hates Ravenclaws, in it. Anyways, yeah, so each house that you pick, and you do have a sorting ceremony, it gives you a unique experience, which is just brilliant, really. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about the story because I don't want to give any spoilers, although it has been about 6-7 months at this point. But the story is very, very intriguing. It's very interesting. And like I said, it's completely original. And there are characters, like I said, you will be familiar with their names, but they're not the same characters whom you are already familiar with. And each character, side characters, then have their own stories on top of the main storyline. So there are a lot of side quests, and each character, like I said, have their own whole storyline which you can follow. Some of them are very, very dark, and some are not so dark, and then some are a little bit of both. Point number 3 why you should definitely pick up this game would be the player agency and customization. I've already talked about this a little bit in the second point, which was about the engaging story, but the story in itself makes it so the choices of the player have an impact on the progression of the story, and therefore you feel sort of sense of agency, and it adds, of course, depth and replayability to the experience. Like I mentioned, you can pick up different houses. So there are 4 houses, as we know, Ravenclaw being the best of all of them. Shut up, everybody else, especially you, Hufflepuffies. But to be perfectly honest, actually, the best playthrough might be for my Hufflepufflies. They've finally done them justice. After all these years of them just being house yellow, now they actually have a unique experience, a unique story, and in my opinion, one of the best playthrough, to be perfectly honest. So if you are not originally a Hufflepuffly, you should definitely try to get that house on your second playthrough and try to experience the game as a Hufflepuffle, because in my opinion at least, that's the best house in this game. That is, overall, we all know it's Ravenclaw. Come on, that's a given. Oh boy, I'm not not doing our reputation any favors, am I? Anyways, but that's not the only way you can customize your player. You obviously have your own wand, you have mounts, you have brooms. You can choose between different wands and brooms and mounts. I'm not going to give away too much as to what the mounts are, but there are certain animals in this world that can fly and you can ride them, just like Harry Potter did in that one godforsaken movie. But yes, there's a lot that happens. There's clothing options as well. I believe there are 6 slots total. You have headwear, you have eyewear, you have face wear, then you have like shirts and pants, and then you have like capes and stuff. And I'm blanking on the 6th one, but there are 6 slots which you can equip gear, and those gear then have stats and skills and different abilities. So each gear is unique, different in its own way. So it really adds to the customization aspect of the player and gives you sort of an ability, a booster if you have a special sort of cape or gear, let's just say, on compared to others. The 4th reason why you should pick up this game, I've already touched on a little bit, but I'm going to go in a little more depth here, is the rich open world, which makes it really feel immersive. And of course, they have a lot of RPG elements. I'm going to talk about gameplay mechanics in the next point as well, but the game really goes beyond Hogwarts. It's called Hogwarts Legacy, and you get to feel all of the Hogwarts. So you get that nostalgia, you get those disappearing stairs and that moving stairs, and then they appear again. You get those live portraits on the walls. You have a lot of floating candles and many other magical elements. There's a lot of hidden secret stuff in the world that's just scattered all around the world outside of Hogwarts as well. In Hogsmeade, there's a lot of hidden stuff. You will need to play the game thoroughly to fully experience it. There's a lot of side quests. Every area that you go to, there are new characters that pop up on your map that have something for you to do, and then they expand on that, the side quests and so on and so forth. The map is massive. It goes way beyond just Hogsmeade and the Forbidden Forest. It explores a lot of secret caves, a lot of hidden treasures, a lot of areas that I honestly didn't even know existed when I saw the Harry Potter movies and then read the books. So it has a huge map that you can explore. Now let's talk about the 5th reason you should definitely pick up this game. Now this will appeal more to the hardcore gamers. There's an immersive RPG elements that this game have. It has a lot of diverse gameplay mechanics. There are a variety of activities which I've already mentioned, but some of which are very in tune with the Wizarding World and the Harry Potter movies, which is spell casting, potion making, broomstick flying, and dueling, of course. So they've taken the typical RPG mechanics and they have given it a special Wizarding World twist. So just like you have skill trees in a typical RPG, you have skill trees in these as well, which are called talents, and those pertain to spellcasting, potion making, broomstick flying, so on and so forth. There's a room of requirement, and you can upgrade and add stuff to that as well. So the gameplay is very engaging and exciting for hardcore fans of RPGs in general, but of course giving it that Wizarding World magical twist. The combat, of course, is very strategic and engaging, requiring players to mix spells, tactics, and timing. Timing is very important. So you can't just spam buttons and expect to get an upper hand. You actually have to time your attacks and defense. You have classes and assignments to complete, which of course then leads to that skill tree, which is, like I said, found in a typical RPG. That's how you upgrade your player, by taking classes. So they have taken the typical RPG elements, which makes RPG so immersive and rich, and have given it a nice little magical twist, which I absolutely love about this game. Now, the next reason why you should definitely pick up this game, especially if you're a fan, is the nostalgia and fan service. And they do this by providing you with absolutely stunning graphics and atmosphere and detail in this world. If you're a Harry Potter fan or a Wizarding World fan, you will definitely feel at home when playing this game. The visuals are breathtaking, especially when you're on your broom flying across. You just look around you, the forest, Hogwarts there, the ocean. It's all so magical and so stunning, and it's very much like that view that Harry Potter has when he is riding on the hippogriff across the ocean. And of course, it finally allows you to live through the excitement of receiving a letter as a student of Hogwarts. You're a wizard! Fill in your name here instead of just Harry. Now it can be you. So there's that. Speaking of stunning visuals and stunning graphics and atmosphere, we move on to the seventh reason, the freedom and exploration of the world. So the game really emphasizes exploration and freedom. You are really missing out if you're not using your broom and roaming around the map, because there's so much that you can find. There's so much you can do, little details, Merlin trials, ancient magic hotspots, secret treasures, secret caves, bandit camps that you can loot. There's a lot of loot, and you should definitely be looting away. A lot of nostalgic places that you will miss otherwise if you do not explore. So you should definitely explore the game. And like I said, it's a massive map. You should definitely do it. But do it. I'll give you one little tip. Do it when you get your broom, because running around is slow. And it takes a lot of time. And if you have a broom, well, that makes it really easy to do. Now, the eighth and final reason why you should definitely pick up this game is there's a lot of magical creatures. And of course, the lore is original. Like I said, it is familiar yet fresh. You will come across so many different creatures like hippogriff, thestrals, dragons even. And of course, other little creatures like the nifflers and the mooncalves and so many others, man. I'm the jobberknolls and I'm blanking now. There are so many creatures, and you can actually keep them as your pets as well. So you can capture all these beautiful magical creatures and bring them to your vivarium. If you've seen the Fantastic Beasts series, then you'll be familiar with the vivarium concept and how the main protagonist of that movie has his own, where he keeps all these magical beasts. You can have a phoenix in there. You can have unicorns. You can have, man, there's so much. Like, it's absolutely amazing. It is a Wizarding World / Harry Potter series fans' wet dream, this game. You definitely should pick it up. I'll add that as a ninth bonus reason why you should pick it up. It's your wet dream. Pick it up. Anyways, that's enough chat from me. If you couldn't tell, I absolutely love this game, and I definitely think you should check it out as well. It just successfully combines nostalgia for the Harry Potter universe with exciting new gameplay features, a compelling narrative with an immersive world that offers something for both fans and newcomers. And that's very important, by the way, because this is a game based on something that has a huge fan base, and a lot of that fan base is not gamers. It is very much a typical RPG, but it simplifies a lot of things for those newcomers. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're someone who's not familiar with video games, you can definitely get into this one. This game does hold your hand if you are struggling. It will give you clues at every turn. So do not be afraid to pick up this game. Just trust me, if you are a Wizarding World fan, you are definitely missing out. Anyways, that's enough of me talking. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and do let me know how you have come across this game and how have you found this game so far. The experience, are you loving it or are you not loving it so much? And what would you like to have in Hogwarts Legacy 2? I'm going to make a video about that because there are rumors, and there are only rumors so far, that there is a Hogwarts Legacy 2 game in the development, and I'm so excited for that. So yeah, we're going to talk about that in the next video, and I'll see you guys then. Until then, stay gaming, gamers.